We're on, baby. That's right. The Brown Beauty is back on duty. It's time for the JeSSE Show, and I'm running myself here, everybody. Yeah, Lee Baby Michaels had an urgent matter he had to take care of. So if I push the wrong buttons and you feel a little wiggle waggle in the butt, hey, don't worry about it. It's me sending you a private signal in a private way as you go down the freeways here in Southern California. Another blue, beautiful day in Southern California. Man, half the valley, half Los Angeles is raining. The other half is beautiful and blue. You're on that microphone there. Say hi, Nikki.
Hi, guys.
Okay, that's Nikki. Nikki, everybody. That's Nikki. Nikki Kris is in the house with me. JeSSE. Oh, my goodness. Look at you. You are just absolutely talented and beautiful and gorgeous and smart and tough. And wow.
Can I come here every day? Or you just like
yes, I'll boost
my ego?
Hey, I am better than Tony Robbins, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. That's right. Except, I don't have that big face. Tony Robbins has a big face. He's got a big jaw.
I do too, though, so I feel his pain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in some angles, it's amazing. It's really good on camera. And then other angles, it's just...
It
takes up too much space. Yeah.
Right. Yes, absolutely. Well, I can appreciate that, especially when they have that close up, right? Yeah, close up. Yeah, what she's doing is she's not waving at the little puppy dog that we have here. She's waving at her pals on Instagram Live. Hey, we're broadcasting out on Facebook.com/JeSSE Torero, at Instagram Live at JeSSE Torero. Say hi to those two guys right there.
Hey, guys.
Okay, and also JeSSE Torero on a second Facebook page. Also, The Power of Voices, Twitter, LinkedIn, Blogger, Google+, Pinterest, Read It, and the list goes on and on and on and on.
It's a big list.
Yes, on the platform of thepowerofvoices.com. That's www.thepowerofvoices.com. So it's good to have you along with us halfway through the week. Another gorgeous day. And, the one thing about Southern California, and you guys know, I love it here. Skiing in the morning, surfing in the afternoon, right? Come on.
Yeah, I love that. Do I get to do that very often? No, I've got such a busy schedule.
Yes, you're so busy. And there's just too many people in Southern California. You can't get anywhere in any amount of time. No. You used to, this is a true story. I've been here for 58 years. No, actually, I've been here for 56 of my 58 years of life. Mm-hmm. And I remember I used to be able to go from Burbank. You know where Burbank is, Warner Brothers Studios? Mm-hmm. I used to be able to go from Burbank in 1976 when I was 16 years old in my car to Zuma Beach. You know where Zuma Beach is, right? Yeah. That's where the dolphins are always at and the waves are really different.
Yeah, gorgeous.
In 30 minutes.
I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah. Not driving like a crazy
Not going against your honesty or anything, but
30 minutes.
Is that a true estimate?
Yeah, absolutely. And,
but was it like 6 a.m?
No, anytime given day. 30 minutes because there was no cars. Not the traffic there is. I can't get 10 miles in 30 minutes.
No, I can walk faster than my car drives half the time.
I know. Yeah, there she is, man. I love that. The boots are made for walking, right? Yeah, Sonny and Cher, absolutely. Hey, Nikki Kris is with us, and she's a terrific actress. She's had a bumpy start of a career. Started, stopped, sort of like everybody, but she is blazing 100% right now. Man, the rocket ship has taken off, and it is going straight and fast. Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
How cool is that?
It's pretty awesome because, it definitely has taken a few years to get there. So to have it just coming together like it is right now is just amazing. Honestly.
It always takes a long time for good things to happen.
Yeah. What is it? Good things come to those who wait?
Yeah, and work hard.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I've been waiting for the California lottery for 35 years.
Well, do you even play?
No.
Okay, well, you should probably play.
Is that what the cue is?
The key is to play. Yeah, you have to buy a lottery ticket. It's a hard concept, I know.
It is a concept that I just can't get my head around, man. Yeah. $500 million today? You got to get a ticket by 7. Okay, flashpoint. Bam! You win the California lottery. On 3. Give me that California lottery excited look. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God!
And what are you going to do with the money, Nikki Kris?
Oh man, I would make films all for myself. And I would watch them all by myself. I would just make them for myself.
Build yourself a nice theater. Have a big comfy seat.
Have people serve me popcorn.
Oh yeah, Dr. Pepper. Yeah. Got to have Dr. Pepper.
Probably just one person because it's just me, so I don't really need people.
No.
Just one person.
Well, me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
Right. 3
popcorn
into 1.
and Dr. Pepper.
And
Diet Dr. Pepper because I just like the taste. So much
I
better.
love Dr. Pepper, period.
Well, that's from my hometown.
Is it really?
Yes,
Where's your hometown?
Waco, Texas.
Oh no, you're from the crazy maniacal Waco, Texas.
Waco.
Oh, that's where they had that big crazy fight 35 years ago, right?
Oh man, it's been crazy.
Are you near there where all that took place?
Yes, I was a baby.
Were you alive then?
I was a baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching that, and they had the tanks out there, and it was crazy.
And so the town that I'm actually from is called Mount Calm, and the town that happened in was Mount Carmel.
Mount Carmel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a cool name.
Very similar name. So anytime I would say I was from Mount Calm, people were like, David Koresh. And I was like, yes. I just went with it after a while. I was like, yeah, that was my dad. Or something silly, you know?
Yeah.
Such a horrible disaster that happened, honestly. But gave us a name. That and Jennifer Love Hewitt. We have Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, is that the big star from that area?
Yeah, we have her. Baylor University.
Right.
And David Koresh.
You know, Kim Basinger, years and years and years ago, when she was really, clocking the dollars, everything she was doing, she was like good like gold, right?
Oh, yeah.
She went and bought a whole town in the Midwest. The whole town. Everything.
Oh, that's awesome.
Would that be cool? $500 million? I think you could afford to buy a town.
But what would you do with it? You can't run the store.
No, but you would hire me, JeSSE, for entertainment value. Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's right. But
I'm pretty sure you could go to my hometown and do the entertainment there free of charge. People would just.
Yeah, but there's a stipulation in my writer contract.
Oh, you want to be paid?
No, I don't. I don't.
It's like we all need that.
No, I don't do dishes.
Oh, you don't do dishes?
No, sorry guys, I don't do dishes. Plastic plates, styrofoam cups in the trash can. My dish duties are done.
Oh, that's good. I mean, honestly, it's not good for the environment.
Right.
If it's plastic.
Right.
Paper plates we're okay with.
Oh, you are?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't tell me you're a tree-hugging woman.
Sometimes. You know this. I love my charities.
Oh, Lord help me. Soon we're going to see Nikki Kris chained to an oak tree in California.
No.
Don't take my oak tree down.
Depends on how old the oak tree is. If it's a new oak tree, I'm okay cutting it down.
Jesus.
But if it's
oak trees are like 500 years old.
Some of them can be, yeah.
They grow so slow.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
Aren't they pretty?
They're my favorite tree.
Yeah, in California.
willows.
In California, if you cut like an oak tree branch in your backyard, you have an oak tree. Happen to buy a house with an oak tree, you cut the branch off, and you don't get a permit to cut the branch. They're gonna fine you.
No way.
Yes, that's law. California state law.
I rent for that exact reason in LA. Yeah. For reasons that I would probably cut the branch. I'd be like, it's overhanging and I need to cut it.
When you call me tomorrow and you won the California lottery, you're not going to rent anymore because I am. Look, I'll buy you a ticket. Well, then I would just keep it myself.
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense.
How about you win the lottery and you just give me money?
You know something? What? I like that. That's a good investment, right?
Is it an investment or is it just charity at that point?
I don't think you need much charity.
No, I'm doing pretty good.
You're doing all right.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Texas, coming to L.A. What a blast that was the first time you came here. But you've been here a couple of go-rounds, haven't you?
Yes. It was hard to get started at first. I mean, I came out here and I saw these girls and I was like, oh my God, there's so many of them.
And there's so many pretty ones.
They're pretty.
Beautiful, right.
Like, they have just as much to offer as I do. So I was like, how am I going to do this?
But most of them don't have any brains. You got brains.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right.
I leave them at home sometimes.
4 and 4. What is that? 4 and 4. 4 plus 4.
I'm going to go with 8, but it could be 9.
Oh, my good way.
I'm just kidding.
Well, you got partial brains, right?
I'm like, what is that, deduction?
Yes, that's right.
I do the deduction skills.
Oh, isn't that crazy? But, when you left Texas and you came to L.A., was it a shock to see 14 million people crammed into an area when you were flying in?
Yeah, it was, oh man, I'm trying to remember, because now the excitement has worn off.
Right.
It's been so long. But when I first came, I was from a town that had 303 people. So
300.
Yeah, that's less. You guys have an apartment complex?
Yes.
Is the same size as my town. So when I came out here, I was like trying to make friends and neighbors. That has been the hardest part, is to realize that in order to make friends here, you have to put in 3 times the effort you do in Texas. Just because of, not because that people are nicer or anything. It's only because of having to drive through traffic to go see your friend here.
Yeah.
You have to be committed. You have to say, okay, I'm willing to drive an hour and a half to go see you once a week to be your friend.
Yeah, man, there is a commitment there, right?
It's a commitment, yeah.
An hour and a half on the 405 freeway or the 710 or the 60. Forget it. I'm not your friend. I am your enemy.
Is my friendship worth the traffic?
Baby, let's Skype. Let's go face to face. There we go, right? Yeah, that's right. The problem, though, when you come from a small town to a big city like this, and I talk to a lot of people that had done that, not just in the entertainment business. It's the shock and lonesomeness that you have, because there are so many people that you don't really get close to anybody. Whereas in a small town, even if you move to a small town from a big town, in less than 6 months, you're going to have more closeness between strangers. They become friends faster.
People you don't even like.
Did you feel like that when you came here?
Yeah. Back home, there'll be people that you don't even really like that much, but yet you're still friends with them.
Right.
And you're like, I don't know how this is. We just it's like family, You're like, well, we don't really like each other, but we have to see each other at the grocery store 3 times a week and at the bank and the post office. So after a while, you just kind of like put up with them.
That's right. The good old boys, right?
Yeah. Whereas here, you can really like somebody, and it's difficult to go see them, and before you know it, you just kind of lost touch, and your friendship has ended. Yeah.
You get preoccupied by other things.
But luckily, honestly, I was lucky enough to get into, because I know you know about my history, but other people, the audience, people out there, you guys don't really know about my history. I was lucky enough to work my way into the unions behind film, so I got into some really good crews. So I got some close friends that way, met some good directors, met some good producers. Yeah. So luckily,
and they're more stable than talent. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I love you, talented people, but come on.
It's true. It is true.
Totally
you're right.
True. Oh, I got that job. No, am I going to be able to get the next job? Where's my agent? Well, my manager.
I can do it.
Right?
I can't do it. I'll be there. I won't be there. I'm going to be there 30 minutes early. I'm going to be there 2 hours late. Yes. It's very difficult. The only thing
crew is worried about is craft services.
Yeah.
What's the food today?
Yeah, you just bring food and everyone's happy.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah.
But backdooring your way into the union, it doesn't really matter how you get in there. It just matters that you get in there. There's lots of ways to skin a cat.
That's what I decided.
Right.
I looked around and I said, how can I actually not do it the way everyone else is doing it? How can I do it the best way for myself? Yeah. Knowing my own skills, knowing my own credentials, what can I do to get myself where I want to be?
Right.
I'm not saying I want to be a multimillionaire on...
Yeah, you are.
Okay, I do.
You do.
But I'm not saying that.
But I'm saying that for you.
I'm not saying that out loud.
You see, you're going to hire me when you win that California lottery.
Oh, that's true.
And I'm going to be the person that says everything that you don't say about yourself, you see.
Oh, so I thought you were going to bring me popcorn.
I'm going to bring you popcorn, not do your dishes. And I'm going to be the person that says when you say, I'm not saying that about myself. I'm saying, yeah, she does. I'm saying it. Yeah, she wants to be a millionaire.
I'll just refer to you.
Yeah, you refer to me.
I don't want to say this about myself, but I don't want to be a millionaire.
And refer to me. Uh-huh. And then I'll say it for you about your...
Okay, well, I do want... Everybody wants to be a millionaire.
You know, if you have
Unless you're a billionaire, then you don't want to be a millionaire.
No, you lost everything. Yeah, it's true.
That's true, right?
You don't want to go down. No. You want to keep going up. Yeah. That's for sure. Absolutely. did you find when you came here the opportunities to act obviously are greater, and the industry's all here? Was it hard to cross that threshold to go from behind the camera and that to the front of the camera?
Well, I always made it known. I mean, I was pretty vocal about how I felt about acting. I mean, that's been something I've wanted to do since I was a child.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want to know a cute story?
Yes, I do.
Okay. When I was in first grade, I wrote a Jaws screenplay that had me and Devin Sawa as the lead actor and actress, sent it to Universal, and I wrote it. It was a page and a half with a blue crayon. Now, I got a letter back from Universal telling me, we're sorry, we sold the rights, whatever. I think they just made up a whole bunch of stuff to tell me.
Right.
But it was a very nice rejection letter, and I framed it, and I had it since I was in first grade. I still have it.
Is that the coolest? When you get on the Jimmy Kimmel show, or when you have that $200 million motion picture with the big giant 500-foot green screen behind you, right? That action picture, and you get on Jimmy Kimmel, and you get on all the talk shows. That's the story you tell right there.
It's a good story.
It's a great story.
I have such a big heart for the. I know it sounds bad, the major studios.
Yeah.
But I do, because they really did. They inspired me to be where I am, you know? And so that letter, if I hadn't gotten that letter, if I hadn't gotten it back, or if it had been a rude letter returned to me, I mean, my life would have gone a much different direction, probably.
Right. What direction do you think it would have went?
Ooh, I don't even know.
You're in Texas, you know?
I would probably be a rancher or something.
Yeah?
I don't know.
You like being a rancher?
I love land. I love land and animals and stuff, but I don't know if I could do that.
Every day. Yeah, it's a tough life.
It's a difficult life, yeah. I dated a rancher.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. You can come in and go.
Yeah. I remember telling him one time, I was like, I don't know if I could live on a farm or a ranch or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's okay. You don't have to.
Yeah.
It worked out for the best.
And he sent you a rejection letter
and
in
he
blue
sent
crayon.
me a rejection letter in blue crayon. I had to move out.
You went under stealth mode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, my father always said that with grandkids, because I have two adult children, and he said about grandkids, and I think every senior or aged person says this, that the second time around with grandkids is a lot easier because you can send them home.
You can just send them home. I wish you could do that with just random people, you know. Hey, I don't. Person in front of me in line.
Go home.
Why don't you just go home?
Well, I'm glad you didn't say that to me at Art's Delis. Everybody, we met at Art's Deli through a mutual friend, Jerry Wolf.
Yeah.
How's Jerry doing?
He's doing really good. Last time I talked to him, I haven't seen him this week, but he's doing really well.
You know, he's been around. He knows everybody.
He knows that. Everybody.
Yeah.
If you just list anybody, just random, he's like, oh, I've met them.
Yeah. I've met them. I know them. I worked with them. Or
I helped get their career started.
Yeah. Oh, no. That's, I read for Jerry 30 years ago. And he never got my career started.
Well, you're doing pretty good now.
Nah, I don't know about that. I'm just doing. That's what I do.
You're doing it.
Hey, that's just me, JeSSE T. I do what I do. You like
got all these fans. It's just me, JeSSE T.
You just like it or not. You know, that's the way it is. The one thing about me, it's me.
Yeah, that is true. You're very.
There's no gray zone there. You know.
You're raw. You're raw. That's how you should say
raw.
it.
And yes, I'm raw and rugged. Rawhide. Yeah. Him up, chin up, rawhide. Right. Yes, absolutely. So you got a couple of really cool projects that are in post-production right now.
Yes.
So tell me about the first one. That's the one where you kind of it's. Man, I want to see that El Coyote.
Oh yeah.
That looks wickedly cool, man. Yeah. The mafia and will you tell it? It's about the mafia, which is always interesting.
It's about the mafia versus the cartel. It's like what would happen if they got into a tiff, we'd say, over something. I can't spoil all the details because I want all you guys to watch it. But yeah, so I play the cartel the wife of the cartel leader.
So you're a white girl from
Yes.
Texas,
Yes.
and are you playing like the trophy wife?
I'm the trophy
for
wife.
the Mexican cartel,
Yes.
big kingpin.
Yes,
Okay.
but I am bilingual. I have a Spanish degree. Got it from New Mexico Highlands University.
Well, I'm glad you said that and not something else. Oh,
No,
yeah.
I got a Spanish degree.
Did you really?
Yeah.
All right, very
So,
cool.
I was able to become bilingual. That one of my dreams, which I haven't done yet, is
Right.
to do a telenovela series.
Oh, like
Yeah.
Eric Estrada did.
Oh, my
And he
gosh.
didn't even speak Spanish when he first did that. He had to go learn Spanish because he couldn't get any work after Chips. You know, the CHP motorcycle series in the
Yeah.
70s. No one would hire him because that big smile. He was so stereotyped, and he couldn't get any films or anything. So he had to actually go off grid down
Wow.
into South America and Mexico and learn how to speak Spanish. And he became a superstar.
Wow.
So the novellas are cool.
Well, they're just so beautiful.
Yeah, they're different than
Honestly.
soap operas.
Yeah, they're just very, very beautiful. Just the dialogue they use, the camera angles. I
Right.
mean, I love them. But I'm also a girl.
Yes.
So there's that.
Really, you're a girl?
I am a girl.
You know something? I wouldn't have been able to guess that.
Yeah.
Gee, thank you for informing me about that.
For a few years, IMDb had me listed. When you would read my IMDb, it'd say, Nikki Kris is known for his work. And I had to write them, and I was like, please change that. This
I mean,
was a
you were
while
the
ago.
first transgender
No.
before the
Don't put that out there. I don't
No,
want anyone
no.
writing about
That's
that. 'cause
right.
That's not true.
No, she's a woman.
I am a woman.
A woman.
Yes.
That's right. So now you get to play in this crazy movie. I can
Oh,
only
yeah.
imagine. One of my good buddies is in that, Tom Sizemore.
Oh, yeah, Tom.
Yeah,
He's
Tommy
great.
boy. Yeah.
So great.
Isn't he great?
Oh, man, he's so sweet.
So smooth as an actor. I mean, he can just hit it. Just like
Yeah,
that.
I was really impressed getting to watch his scenes. I mean, he's a seasoned actor.
Oh, no, he's big time.
So he knows what he's doing, you know,
Yeah.
and it was great working with him.
Yeah.
He was a lot of fun.
Was he
on set.
demanding? Did you do a
No.
scene with him? Were you able to?
I wasn't
luckily?
in his scene,
Oh, okay.
but in the movie, his scene is right after my scene.
Right.
So I got to watch him interact. I mean, I read lines with him, but I didn't read
What
lines
was it
with
like reading lines with him?
It was great,
Yeah.
honestly, because he
Compared
really...
to some of the other actors, we won't name them, but that you've
Okay,
had
yeah.
to read lines in your career with.
I'm not going to name him.
But how excuse me, how you're dealing with Tom Sizemore? I mean, some of the
Yeah.
biggest box office movies for 15 years. What was it like reading scenes with him?
Honestly, I mean, it was like you forget about all the titles he's been in. You know,
Right.
when you're there to read with somebody as an actor to actor, you're there to help them get their lines down for their scene. So, you know, when I was reading with him, when I met him, it was great. You know,
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, it's awesome to meet
He's
you.
a sweetheart.
But sitting down and reading lines with him was mainly just, it was professional. You know,
Yeah.
he was professional about it. And we just knocked out the scenes so
Right.
that, you know, when he got up there, he could do his thing. Now, afterwards, watching him, when I was sitting back behind the camera and just watching him act, it was awesome. He really, I mean, he can really switch those emotions on.
Oh yeah, you
Just
know he's
amazingly.
classically trained.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Broadway trained.
Absolutely, you can tell.
Shakespearean trained. You know, he is really an actor's actor.
Yeah.
In that respect, you know, he's had some
Yeah.
challenges in his life, but who hasn't, right?
And he was really good with the other actors.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you get actors together and they bicker or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
You know, everybody wants
you
to
know,
bicker.
I think that's because some of these crazy actors, they're vying for position,
Yeah.
you know, vying to be seen by somebody. They want to be, you know, they want to be out front. But when
Yeah.
you get with a seasoned actor or actress,
don't care.
they've seen it, done that, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm Glenn Close, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? You know, so I'm Tom Sizemore.
Yeah, like, well, you're not going to do anything to me.
Yeah.
I've already got my name.
Yeah,
you know?
that's right.
So,
Absolutely. But it's such a blast
Yeah.
to be able to work with them. So when is this movie going to be released?
it's going to be released in August.
Is it going to go full theatrical in theaters, or what are
As
they going to do?
far as I know, yes.
Oh, that'll be cool.
And that is, the director was Michael Sequoia.
Yeah,
on that.
it's a great
he was
cast.
an actor as well.
You know, I was looking at
Yeah.
some of this cast. I can't see that far away, but
Raymond Talvin is in
let
it
me-
as well.
see, this is what happens when you get older. You need your eyeballs.
squint.
Oh no, you got to bring things up close and it's tight. So we got Michael Sequeira, we got Robert Costanzo. He's been
yeah.
around forever. You know, John Capodice. He's been around. Seen him in a lot of stuff. Of course, Tommy at the top there, and Paul Lucero, I've seen him. Lorena Ledesma.
Oh, yeah, Lorraine.
Yeah, were you in scenes with her?
No.
Yeah, Lorraine was there.
No.
But that's okay. I mean, there you are, Nikki Kris. I like that.
Yeah.
I like the way you spell your name with 2 Ks.
That's my mom. You can thank my mom.
You're right? Right?
Yeah, I wanted to change it when I was little. I was, I think I was like 4th grade, and I was like, I'm the only Nikki with 2 Ks. I didn't know any other Nickis, and that's probably how I talked. I just made my voice like that.
Can you do that again for me?
I'm the only Nikki with 2 Ks.
Okay. Hi, Nikki. Nice to see you. Yes, we're talking mountain talk right now.
So I wanted to change it.
You're blushing.
I know. So I wanted to change it. So on all my school papers, I wrote N-I-C-K-I, and then I tried N-I-C-K-Y, and then I tried I-E, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to go back to the original spelling.
My daughter, who is a professional athlete, goalkeeper, she plays for the Chilean national team. She's going to the World Cup in June.
Are you taking me?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
When we win the lottery.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take you. You're going to pay it, right? And then when we get there, you get to deliver popcorn and Dr. Pepper to me there.
All right.
Because I'll be focused on my daughter.
I get it.
I can't.
I get it.
I can't.
Are you going to hold a banner and everything?
Oh, yes. I'm like demonstrative dad.
You should.
Right.
Paint your chest.
Oh, yes.
With her face.
Yeah. Oh,
like you should do her
I'm
face.
telling you. That's right.
And that way she's like, Dad, no. Or you can get multiple people together and they each paint part of her face.
That's actually a great idea. I like that.
I think that you should do that.
Is this
Full of great ideas.
Is this what Texas creates?
Yes.
I like that. Yes, absolutely. Fresh air. That's what it was. And cow dung. Fresh air and cow dung.
Yes,
That's
it is fresh if you like it.
I've lit it on fire before.
Oh yeah, in a paper bag.
No, out in the open and caught a field on fire.
I thought you were one of those guys that did the doorbell ditch or whatever.
No.
That's good.
No,
I'm glad we don't have to call the cops.
No, I had a cops call me plenty enough times growing up. They could just never catch me. They caught all my friends because I was faster. But anyhow, her name is Ryan Danielle Torrero. Okay, and I wanted to name her Antoinette.
Ooh.
Okay, Antoinette, the first name, or Tony, the nickname. Yeah, she would probably nickname Antoinette Natalie Torrero. Mm. And so what happened there was I almost got it done. She was born. We had the birth certificates ready to go. I'm going, yeah, man, my plan's working, man. My plan's working so too cool. Right. And so then the signing of the birth certificate by the mom and dad, and Mama T signed it, and she signed it with a big X. And she looks up to me and she says, our daughter is not going to have the initials TNT. Dynamite, baby.
Dynamite. She didn't know? She just figured it out?
No, Mama T just rolled me out to the last. Oh. She just threw the sugar on it real fast. Oh. She goes, no. So we had a secondary name lined up, so we named her, but I wanted Antoinette Natalie Torrero, TNT. What a great
That's a great name.
Right? So I tried it with my son. Didn't work either.
TNT would be cool, though.
Yeah, but children try to find their identity.
Yeah.
And so the name is really important in that respect.
My niece, she calls me Nappy because she couldn't
you don't
pronounce.
have nappy hair, so
sometimes she couldn't pronounce the word Nikki,
right?
And it just kept coming out Nappy,
right? So
then I was Aunt Nappy Nikki, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll hold on to that nickname for 20 years.
So where did you shoot El Coyote? Were you in the country? Were you in Mexico? Were you in Arizona?
It was Arizona. Yeah.
Looked like something like that.
Yeah. I mean, it was a really pretty place. It was Mesa and then Gilbert.
Right.
And both areas were just gorgeous. I mean, and the people were so nice.
Right.
Arizona has really nice people.
I love Arizona. You can keep a sidearm.
Yeah. Well, that's true too.
And I like Nevada and Texas.
But you don't need the sidearm because everyone's really nice.
That's right. But it's always nice to have one.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I love Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I got land up in Prescott, Arizona, which is north. But But that's very neat. Who wrote the film?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think it was Michael Sequoia.
Right. And who was the director?
Director was Michael Sequoia.
Right.
And
nice.
there was another director. It's just for the days that I was there.
Right.
It was a smaller unit.
Sure.
So for the days I was there, it was Michael directing, which he was great.
Yeah.
You know, he just let me and Ray just kind of go off of each other's vibe, which was it was so easy.
Yeah.
Because having conversations with him is kind of like having conversations with you.
Right.
So it could just go one right after another.
Oh, really?
So our scene, you know, was kind of a tiff between a husband and a wife.
Oh, that's easy to manufacture,
Yeah,
man.
it was great. It was super easy.
That's easy. No problem there.
I mean, there was a little complication because of the story plot and all that. But our scene was just
You know, Olivier always said, the great actor of stage in the 20th century, probably the 20th century's greatest theatrical stage performer, classic actor, arguably. He always said, I never found my character, no matter how big or small it was. I never found the character until I found the right shoes. Oh. So when he found the right shoes for his character, that's when his character really developed and just bloomed like a flower.
Yeah, everybody has something.
What's yours?
Oh, man. I think I read every scene and I just kind of dive into what I think the character would actually feel. I don't necessarily feel the same way as my characters. You know, so with me, I think once I interact with the person I'm doing a scene with, I try to always talk with them beforehand. Right. And interact with them so I can see kind of where their vibe is.
Yeah, you hear their voice and tone, quality, and their body movement and stuff like that. Very cool. Now, you have a second movie coming out, and this is a crazy, wacky, wild. I mean, this is like these poor characters. They enter this city, this town, or whatever, and they find out the whole town is full of crazy, maniacal clowns. What's this about?
So it is not my first horror film, but it's my first horror film. Major first horror film.
Yeah.
And
you're right up front in this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about a bachelorette party. Or it's a wedding party, and the bachelorette girls, they get lost. You know, I mean, you can kind of imagine the story plot. You get lost.
Yes.
But then they stumble across this town where there's, I mean, it can be pretty horrifying, honestly. If you're not into horror films, which I don't necessarily like to watch too many. I'll watch them about once every 2 or 3 months, and the only reason why is because I get terrified.
Are you one of those ones that, like, with the blanket and the pillow?
Absolutely.
And the lights have to be on, or at least one light?
I will turn the lights on, or I'll stop, and, like, I will go to the kitchen to go do something, and I'm like, I have to do something.
Oh, I'd love to prank you.
Distract me. No.
You would be a good prank.
You should never prank me.
Oh,
no,
how
never.
fun that would be. Now I know.
Yeah, it's horrible. So this is one of those films where, like, it's weird because there's a lot of comedy in it, but there's also a ton of these terrifying moments.
Is it you don't want to give away too much of it, but
I want to give away the name. It's called Circus Road, by the way.
Circus Road.
Yeah, it's Circus Road. We haven't said it yet. I was like, I need to make
No, I didn't. I left that up to you.
Oh, good.
Yes, because you're so intelligent.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem.
What were you going to ask?
$17.42 at the end of the show for that compliment.
Perfect.
Okay. I've got a compliment.
You doing like a quarter a compliment?
Yeah, I got a compliment meter down here.
Oh, good.
It clicks them off, and I read it here. And
I'll just come by and hand you 20 every day.
That's not a problem. I'll be happy to invest that $20 into my lunch.
In lottery tickets.
I'll even split half lunch, half lottery tickets.
Okay, let's do that.
I actually found somebody that'll give me $20. Can you imagine? Don't tell her I said that.
Well, you can use that $20 to go buy a ticket to the movie Circus Road when it comes out.
I can't wait. So now, do you get to play a crazy clown? No, you're just one of the poor victims that stumble into the city.
I'm one of 4 girls who stumble into the city.
Is it like blood and gore sci-fi horror, or is it psychological drama horror? films.
No, it's more blood and it's more of a slasher.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what's so great is it's more like a 90s slasher film.
I like that. Well, those are very popular worldwide.
I love them.
China eats that stuff up in distribution. They love horror pictures.
I would much rather watch this than something about like possession or something
I don't like
that.
those. I don't like
I
those.
like slasher films.
Yeah.
If I'm going to watch a horror film, I want it to be pretty point blank. Yeah. Something that's a little like ridiculous.
Yes,
that,
right.
You're just.
Oh, that's
but also
Charlie.
terrifying.
He walks down the middle of the street with two chainsaws
Yeah,
and cuts
just that
everybody.
guy.
Don't worry about Charlie.
And nobody calls the cops. Like, like he's just walking down a highway with chainsaws or Freddy Krueger just enters your dreams and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. Freddy, baby.
So this is kind of more like that. It's more my style anyway.
Yeah. I can tell.
Yeah.
You are a horror actress.
Yes.
You like the way I pronounced that?
Horror, yes.
Yes, I hit the last R.
You have to really add that in there.
Yeah. Otherwise,
if not, it makes me seem like a hoochie.
Yes, and you're not a
hoochie.
You're a horror.
That's what we call them in Texas.
You gotta hit that R. Horror.
Yeah.
Right? Not a horror actress.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, baby, you can be my hoochie anytime. Anytime's just
so
fine.
Sweet. Quarter.
Oh, wait a minute! You got the meter running on me too. Wait, that's not fair.
You owe me $25.
Oh, that is just not fair. That is just you're getting me at my own medicine.
Wait, I need to tell you when it comes out.
Okay, tell me.
That comes out in October.
So that's the end of the year.
Yes.
So El Coyote's going to come out before that.
It does, but it makes more sense because you want to watch a horror film closer to Halloween.
So you'll be slamming two films at once at the end of the year.
Yes, possibly.
How nice is that?
Possibly more.
When it rains, it pours.
Yeah.
And you got to put the time in.
Yeah.
You got to pay the dues.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
I have.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. I've been paying the dues for a while.
There was an actress. This was once again, God, I am telling my age every time, but that's okay. The Burger King used to have they ran a series of commercials for several years. And you probably remember the slogan, "Where's the beef?"
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was an actress. She was 80 plus years old when she got that. And she spent a lifetime working in the old Hollywood studio star system. She'd gone all the way back to the 1920s. And, that's when you got a job at the studio. Yeah. And they paid you your $300 a week or whatever and educated you in all the arts and as far as education or whatever. And you got a job. It's just like working for a company. It was a star system or the studio system. And she retired from it. And it was never a big star. She, was someone playing in the piano, someone swimming in the pool, someone singing in the background. Always that's what she did, and made an attractive living for the time.
But honestly, that's a good career, even for people who never make it really big or never.
Well, consistent work is the best.
That's the best.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain that to somebody from back home, and they were like, "Oh, well, blah blah blah. Have you gotten a major $100 million film yet?" And I said, "No, but I'm working consistently."
That's all you want to do.
And that's important. I was like, if you come to LA and you realize if you can get work consistently, you're doing good.
You're doing great. The thing is, when this lady, she retired, and she was retired, at 60, and she was retired for 20 years, right? Grandkids, great grandkids, the whole 9 yards, life, right? Life. And then someone said, you ought to go out for this commercial because the big, the Burger King Corporation is looking for a woman like you, and so she went out. Oh, yeah. And she didn't even have an agent anymore. She just went. Her agent had died. I mean, right?
Yeah.
And so she went out, showed up, and the one line in the audition was, "Where's the beef?" And she got it. Where's the beef? And she, during Johnny Carson's run of the Tonight Show, she was on the Johnny Carson show more than any other woman in the history of Johnny Carson. He loved her so much, and she made millions of dollars in the later stage of her life from that one commercial. That commercial ran 5, 6, 7 years. Just a shot of her at the end of the commercial. "Where's the beef?" She had that wrinkly kind of face, right?
Yeah.
And even to this day, she's passed on, of course, but even to this day, younger people and people my age and older still remember that slogan, that campaign, "Where's the beef?"
What a little blessing. I mean, she worked her whole life doing something she loved,
and
then
then retired.
End of it got rewarded.
Yeah, and then she.
That's
so you see, that's how it is. You never know. So when you pay the dues, you're just paying the dues your whole life in this business. You just never know when something's going to come up, and when something's not going to happen, you know that because you're not doing anything.
And wealth is a lot more than money.
Right.
Honestly, wealth is about friendship.
Right.
And wealth is about family. And so if you have those two things and you're working consistently, I mean, whew,
now the last time we talked, we met at Arts Deli with Jerry.
Yes.
And then you were hobbling around.
I know.
You had a little injury going on. I see that's okay.
Yes.
Are you into martial arts or boxing or anything like that? Is that something that you do?
I love martial arts.
What is your forte? What is your martial art?
I like kickboxing the most.
Oh, really?
And I used to train over at Tarzana Kickboxing, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
But I have to be careful because I had a shoulder replacement surgery.
Really?
Yeah.
From the martial arts or from something else?
From snowboarding.
Oh, God. Boy, are you the kind of lady that wants to jump out of an airplane with a parachute?
No.
Bungee
I learned my
jumping?
lesson with snowboarding.
Yeah, I think
was
so.
like, I don't think this is me.
Yeah.
I'm super outgoing.
Yeah.
But my body just isn't as tough as my brain is.
Right.
And so, I had to get my arm. I had to have a surgery on my arm.
Right.
So now when I do kickboxing, I have to be very careful.
You're cautious.
Yeah. But I still do it, and I still enjoy it.
Is that what you do for training? Is that when you stay in shape?
I do that.
Yeah. Kickboxing is great.
Yeah.
I think every young person and every person should learn how to. I have a problem with self-defense, okay? And here's the problem I have with self-defense, is that you can't teach self-defense. No, okay? But
you can teach fighting.
Right, you got it. You got it.
Yes.
There it is, right there. That's the problem I have.
Yeah.
You go to self-defense classes, and they're cool. You learn one move, two move, a guy or a lady or a kid learn a few moves. But unless you practice that 1,000 times, like my Sifu says, if you want to learn how to kick somebody, kick a tree 10,000 times. And you'll know how to kick somebody.
Yeah.
So you have to do it over repetition over a long period of time. And that's the problem I have with self-defense classes, is that they pick a class and then they walk away and they have this false sense of security and confidence, which really isn't there. You have to learn how to fight. True. The best self-defense is fighting. Okay? That's the best. And in order to learn how to fight, you have to be consistent at it.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's the problem I have with self-defense and that kind of stuff.
I agree.
Yeah. Absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. I'll tell you. Are you sure we're not brother and sister?
We might be.
Yeah, I think so.
Are you from Texas too?
My dad spent some time in Texas.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. In El Paso.
Not even close.
No, I know.
It's like 8 hours.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe he drove 8 hours. I don't know.
Texas is a big state. It's too big.
I would never want my dad to hear this conversation.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be like, hey.
Right. So
hey, that's my daughter, I swear.
That's right. Yes, I know. He'd probably come over here and do a Texas Wrangler on me, something like that or something. Absolutely. What's cooking? What's happening? What new stuff do you have coming up that we can look at?
Well, Ron Puccio, he has a film that I'm actually going to be in the next 2 weeks. I'm the lead actress, I guess you would say, or one of the lead actors. There's like two. There's his ex-wife and there's his current girlfriend. And I'm his current girlfriend in the film. And this is kind of like a comeback story. It's called Downside of Bliss, and it's like a comeback story. So it's like this washed up rocker who's like an alcoholic, and it just shows how crappy of a human being he is. He has like a daughter he hasn't seen in 10 or 15 years. Yeah. He has a girlfriend he doesn't love, which is me. And so it's a feel-good story. So I mean,
you get to really get your chops into this one.
Yeah.
Because I imagine being the love interest of this character, you get to go through some emotional changes as an actress.
Yes.
Yes. How
it's
fun.
already been interesting because it is kind of, when you're in the moment, you feel rejected. Right. You feel like this person across from you who you love and care about deeply, he's not in it with you, and so you have to go through these feelings on set, and you have to do it, 5 or 6 times for the camera. Yeah. So, it's can be an emotional twister for sure. Yeah. But it is a great story. I mean,
It all starts with the writing.
Yeah.
You know, and when you have quality writing that builds quality characters, then you can really sink your teeth into that. And the emotion is really easy to come by because it's real.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel
If the writing sucks, you can't make it work. It's very hard for an actor to make it work. It really is.
Sometimes sometimes the scripts when you're reading them, you're like, wow, I would definitely say that. And sometimes you're like, I would never say that.
Yeah.
I know we already talked about it, but when I was on Circus Road, my character was like this. I'm not feminist, but I also am more traditional than most women.
Yeah.
And I know, I hope people don't get their feelings hurt, but it is what it is. We're all individuals, and how I am is a little bit different.
Well, I'm not politically correct, so Okay,
well, I'm just throwing that out
You're
there.
not a feminazi.
Okay. I'm
but
definitely
you're not twinkle toes either.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
You know what you are?
I'm just me.
You know what you are?
What?
World. You know what she is? She's normal.
So
there's normal in this world. Okay. Yeah, there really is normal. Okay.
Well, she's normal. I'm normal. No, so for this film, she plays a feminist who doesn't believe that there's really any need for men at all.
Oh boy, that's
completely contrary to
I know
how
some of those. Wait a second.
Yeah.
I know some of those women.
And I love individuality. So I love women and I love men. I'm not talking like love. I just appreciate men and women.
Yeah.
There's so much to offer. Each gender has so much to
Well, as little
offer.
love as I get these days, you'll just about love anything. Got some armadillos that you imported from Texas?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, nice armadillo.
So the characters are so different.
Right.
In Circus Road, I had to play this character but the writing was really good.
Right.
My friend Sadie Katz and Min Collins wrote it, and the writing was really good. So, I mean, there was a few tongue twisters because a lot of these words were words I would never use or have ever heard sometimes.
Yeah.
But the writing was so good that I was able to portray that,
Right.
By just knowing the script and feeling the script because, the script was written so well.
What are your feelings about the Academy Awards and the Academy Awards, the Oscar shows? Do you think they're getting too political? Do you think they're getting too or do you like the old time Clark Gable, Jimmy Stewart, Frank Sinatra Academy Award shows where they came up, they accepted their prize and said their thank yous and then off they went?
Well, my mom told me there's two things you don't talk about in mixed company, and one is religion and one is politics.
Right. Well, I talk about them both.
Well, you're not mixed company because it's your show, so you can talk about whatever you want because it's your show.
Yeah.
But when it's Academy Awards, you have so many people coming from different backgrounds and cultural, just identities, and you just have so much in the mix that you can be pretty insulting to one another.
And you don't even know it.
And you don't even know it. And the thing is that love is so important, and love isn't shown by words; it's shown by actions.
Right.
And so whenever people are in something like that, when they're at the Oscars or at a big public event like that, which is representing not only Los Angeles, I mean, the Oscars are shown throughout the entire country.
Right.
It's important that we just show each other love, not criticize or bring up even so many things that you should just keep quiet.
Man, I just want them to go up there, receive their Oscar, say a few thanks, maybe shed a tear or two because it's an emotional moment for someone who's worked so hard in their life.
Yeah.
And then get off the stage. These award shows have gotten too political for my taste. Now I got no problem with that because I am not politically correct. I'm so far from. I say what I say, and whether I'm here tomorrow or not. If you're going to do that, then let's go all out. Let's say it's a political award show, and just let's go out and do it. But don't halfway it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I just I was raised in a family and in an area that says no matter who is president, America sticks together.
Yeah.
And so in my world, I look at it differently. I look at it through the eyes of the fact that my brother or my cousin, my cousin was in the Army for his entire life. He just retired.
He was a lifer.
Oh, but he's still
that's great.
He's still in the Army. I mean, he's alive, but he just retired. But he's still doing stuff with the Army.
That's great.
And so
that's a wonderful life.
I support my cousin.
Right.
You know, I support my cousin's decision to join the Army. I mean, he wasn't forced. We don't have the draft, so he wasn't forced to do it. And so I look at all these people.
It's coming back.
Well, I look at all these people and I realize, you know, these people. I mean, if you don't have people volunteering, they're going to have to draft.
Yeah.
So wouldn't you rather it be people who are volunteering and people who are uniting together to, you know, I mean, I look at it differently.
The numbers have to pan out,
Yeah.
but that's a whole nother discussion. I'm going down this path because I want to get into it just real briefly, not too much.
Let's hear it.
But what's happening with Hollywood and the Me Too movement and all this criminality that is being reported on now all the time, it seems like.
Yeah.
What are your feelings on that, especially when a lot of it is around women?
Yeah.
And the women's movement within the entertainment industry as well.
I'm not feminist, but I do believe that a lot of the Me Too stuff is honest and true.
Mm-hmm. Anything like that ever happened to you?
No, I mean nothing so brass.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm pretty upfront.
If that ever happens to you, you throw a right cross.
I would.
You know, with an elbow strike and a low line kick.
I'm pretty. You know, I tell everybody exactly how it is. You know, like this is what I have to offer. It's my talent. You know, I don't think I leave any leeway for that.
Right.
Now, some women are more meek.
Yes.
And so, unfortunately, when people are raised more meek, they can be targets.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when it comes to the Me Too movement, like I said, I am not feminist, but I do stand beside women when it comes to that.
Nobody deserves to be hurt.
Absolutely not.
No, I don't care what your platform is. Nobody deserves to be hurt.
I don't think that, you know, bringing up if it comes to the Oscars,
right?
You know, you should stick to the Oscars,
right?
You know, if people want to have political things, maybe throw. You know what we're allowed to do. We're allowed to have strikes. We're allowed to stand in the street and do. You know, stand up. You want to stand up for a cause. Mm-hmm. You can create a whole organization to stand up for a cause.
What causes that you like?
Oh, you know me.
Yes, I know. Well,
I love yours. I know that we've talked about this already, and standing up with your cause is just. Mm-hmm. You know, that's definitely amazing. I think I told you before we were discussing
the human trafficking. We're going to get involved there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm reinstitute a lot of things. I've got some stuff I'm working on, but go ahead.
Yeah. But then also, I have a big heart for the Native American population.
Right.
And so a friend of mine is starting a charity, probably basing it out of New Mexico, which I did a lot of work in New Mexico.
Right.
Plus, I own a house in New Mexico. I mean, I spent a lot of time in New Mexico. Mm-hmm. And I went to New Mexico Highlands
Dennis
University.
Weaver, man. That's right.
Yes. So I have a big heart for the Native American community, and so this charity would be. It's not really necessarily like a charity with money. It's more of support on lifting up their integrity. You know, lifting up their culture. You know, it's been so neglected for so long. Mm-hmm. You know, we have charities for everything else.
Yeah, I know.
But supporting people. In a different way, you know, not with money, like I said.
Right.
So it's going to be pretty interesting.
Education, health,
more
direction, philosophy, understanding, success.
Yes, possibly a library of their own cultural references.
Business.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And so that is getting started shortly.
Nice.
Yeah.
My name's JeSSE, though. It's not Shortly.
Oh, it's not Shortly?
No, I changed it. It used to be Shortly.
Shortly.
Yeah,
JeSSE. Okay, I can see that. Yes.
You got the
two
connection?
syllables.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I like this. Yes.
Well, I didn't finish telling you about the next movie that I'm working on.
Okay.
I think I should tell you that, too, before we get distracted.
We are running out of time, but,
I know.
you know, I get distracted all the time.
I know, but I'm excited about this one because it's a little bit different than some of the things I've worked on in the past. It's called Diner 27.
I like it already.
I like it already.
Diners, I love. Go ahead.
It'll be filmed in Atlanta and is by director Chase Smith. It's a sci-fi thriller.
Yeah.
It's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy. So if you like these sci-fi, like...
That's the big rage today.
What is that TV show where it would have, like, each episode was, like, a different twisted thing?
That was called Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. Okay,
yeah,
so
they
this
revamped
movie...
that on HBO, I think.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, this movie's like
Right.
one of the episodes from Twilight Zone.
Right.
And it is... all these, like, random people just end up at a diner, and then a big storm happens. And some really creepy things start happening. And so I can't tell anymore.
No, don't tell anymore. I like it already.
It's amazing.
It's like almost a whodunit kind of thing.
Oh, it's exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just, and I love sci-fis.
Yeah.
I mean, I love movies.
You like
though.
science fiction?
Oh yeah.
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 If you could fly to Mars tomorrow, would you?
Absolutely.
I would be there with you too. And and they said, well, you can't come back now.
Okay.
So what? I'm gone.
Done.
Yeah.
If I could live in a spaceship my whole life, I probably would. They would just let me orbit around the moon in a spaceship. I would probably do it. I'd be like, let's do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely. I agree with you. Why not? It's an adventure.
Yeah.
So are you filming this now, or is it pre-production?
This is in pre-production.
Right.
So it's supposed to start filming in May.
God, you are so hot right now. Man.
I've got a few more, but those are the ones I can talk about now.
Right.
Because those are the ones that are
how are you getting all these gigs, man? Come on.
All different ways, you know.
I mean, give us a secret.
It's all different ways, honestly. I mean, some of them are people I knew from working behind the scenes.
Right.
And then some are people that I have met because of other directors. Some of them are through friends, you know, casting directors. I mean, I have a great agent, but I just signed over with a different agency, so this agent, we're just now getting started, so they haven't got me anything yet, but they will.
Want to know a funny story?
What?
My first agent as an adult, because I started when I was a kid, and great, you know, I got this first agent, and got a lot of commercials, all right, but I was already in LA radio on the air, and doing some voiceovers and commercials and stuff. So that was did some soaps, but I never got a film. It was a different time too, because we didn't have all the access to the information, all the things online that you can do now, you know, and submission style. You can submit online, all this crazy stuff. It was the old fashioned way. And so after about a year, I was kind of bummed and ticked that I wasn't getting any film auditions. I'd get some TV stuff and all that stuff, but not films, right? So I barreled into his office one day. I mean, just blew past the receptionist, opened the door, and he's got his feet up on his on the windowsill, looking out the window with the script, and he's got his glasses on and his sunglasses. He's reading it, and I said, I'm not going to say the name. I'm just going to call him John. I said, John, I'm really pissed. You know, I'm not going out enough on these films. And unless you start sending me out on films, I'll just go get somebody else.
What did he say?
And he said, well, hey, I just happen to have one right here in my hand that I'm reading. I said, well, that's great. What's it about? He tells me. He says, go over there and sit down and check it out. His wife walks in at about that time. I'm sitting on the couch in his office reading this thing. And his wife, they're talking. And I'm looking at it, right? Looking at it. Turn the page. Turn the page some more, look at it. Flip the pages. And I look at them, and I said, John, I can't read this. I don't understand it. And he said, well, why? I said, it's in Braille. And he said, oh, I gave you the wrong one. It's on my desk.
Oh.
I had no idea my first agent was blind.
What?
Right. Now,
oh my goodness.
Now check it out.
That's crazy.
My first agent is blind.
Yeah.
Right? Is that a testament to JeSSE's talent? I couldn't get an agent but a blind agent.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Either that or maybe the agent was so amazing he could feel your energy. You know?
It was a blind agent because my talent was blindingly beautiful, right?
That's awesome.
It was absolutely beautiful in terms of that. But yeah, that's a funny story. That's just awesome. A kind of crazy story. But shifting agents, that's kind of a cool thing. You do that all the time.
I do a lot of modeling too. I don't really like.
I saw some of your pictures.
Hey, did you like any? I said thanks before you even complimented me, but I was expecting it because the meter's going. So
yes,
I'm expecting another one.
It is.
But no, the modeling is not my favorite thing at all. I like working with the photographers.
Right.
But my mom and dad were photographers when I was a kid.
Right.
So I have been a model since I was a child, and I just absolutely can't stand it.
Yeah.
But I like
you make some
doing
money
it.
at it, though. You know,
you make some money, and I work with some really good brands. I have a brand that I work with right now called North 7 Apparel, and they're really good.
Yeah. Well, if you can get a gig, a contract with one thing, that's very cool because that can pay the bills.
Yeah, it can pay the bills. It helps everybody out. I mean, makes you look cool.
It's always good to be able to show stuff off, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we got this new film coming out.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 2 films that are going to be finished up here at the end, more towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
You got modeling going on.
Yeah.
Do you rebuild engines too, and do you do lawns?
I probably could rebuild an engine. I have a lot of brothers.
Yeah.
I don't do lawns.
Oh,
I live in an apartment. You
that's
forgot.
right. That's right.
I'm not trying to do housework.
Do you do windows?
I can clean your windows.
Okay. Well, I'm just
little
trying to
Windex
figure out
and a
all
razor blade. I got that.
Just trying to figure out all the things that you do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So where do you see yourself a couple of years from now in the dream? Where do you see it?
In the dream, I'm still doing what I'm doing. Honestly, I'm living the dream. I can't complain. I mean, my life is amazing. I have, like I said, wealth is about friends, family, and your work. And all 3 of those is just going great. I love my family. I love my friends. I've got friends I still have back home, so it's great. Like across the country.
They haven't disowned you yet. Huh?
No, not yet. Until they watch some of my films, and then they'll be like, you know what? Never mind. I did like her until she was a crappy actress.
I need a friend, please.
Yeah. Right. No, I mean it's great because anytime I'm sad or upset, I just call a friend. Right. But it's also cool.
I just call somebody on the phone randomly and say, "Hi, how you doing?"
Just dial a number.
Yeah, what have you been doing? What did you do last night? I heard you went out.
Were you a prank caller when you were a kid?
Oh yes,
me too.
I was the king of prank calling.
Yeah, I was
until they could track the numbers back to you.
I had 2 good friends, Katrina and Barbara.
Yeah.
And when I was these are my childhood friends. We would literally sit on the phone for like 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
And just dial numbers
and prank call
people. It was so mean. Now looking back,
and you were in a city of 300, so
I know.
They knew who you were.
That's why looking back, I'm like, this was horrible because it'd be different in LA because there's millions of people here.
Right.
But in the town I was from, there's 300. Like they knew who I was.
I think they did.
Yeah.
Yes.
They probably had caller ID too.
Probably during your timeline, sure. Because I remember before caller ID. I remember when Thomas Edison created the phone. So
I do remember that.
Yeah. Moses was my best friend.
Oh, good.
And I was around when the Dead Sea was alive, and when the Salton Sea in Utah used to have fresh water.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've been around a long time. Yeah. It's all those vitamins and minerals that I take.
Yeah, you look good.
Guys,
you look good for 7 million years old.
Finally copped a compliment here. I've been like, layering on like chocolate frosting to get a compliment. Jesus.
You look great for 7 million years old.
Thank you. I feel really good too. Except what happens when you turn 7 million?
What?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
7,000,001.
Yeah, no, nothing happens.
Oh.
Your reproductive cycle just ends.
Oh, no.
At 7 million.
They probably can make some medicine for that.
Gee, thanks.
They can make medicine for everything.
Yeah, that's right.
They have medicine that makes your eyelashes grow longer, and they have medicine for pretty much everything.
Well,
so.
they can't make medicine for anybody to look as beautiful as you and talented as you.
Oh, wow. You are asking quite a bit of money from me.
Yeah, I'm going to get it, man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yes, right.
I'm going to leave with an empty purse.
We're going down to Dinah's coffee shop and have some chicken and waffles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We can definitely do that.
Yes, that's right. You got $25?
Yeah. I'll spot you this time.
Oh, okay. Well, you're going to win the lottery tonight anyway and give me a job. So,
perfect.
That's all right. Absolutely. This is the way I beg for a living. I don't sell cherries on the side of the freeway or stand in the middle of the road.
Hey, Whenever people, they offer something on the side of the road, I buy it.
You do?
I try to. Because you know what? They're trying to work. When they're
I
just
have
sitting
no
there
problem with
asking
someone
for
trying
money,
to work.
sometimes it bothers me. But if
Absolutely.
they're going to wash your windows or something, and I have extra dollars, yeah. You know, because...
Well, we got to get you in here and on another show where we can talk some
about window
some trash, some trashy politics,
trashy politics.
And we're gonna wear our trashy attire and talk politics.
Good.
That's right.
Can I wear my Texas trashy attire?
Oh, Texas trashy.
Wife beater.
Oh, wife beater, Texas trashy. That's trailer white trash, baby.
I could be trailer trash, so I can do that.
Yeah, I've been trailer trash my whole life.
Yeah. Some of the coolest things happen when you're trailer trash.
Some of the coolest things happen in trailers.
That's very true.
Absolutely. Hey, how do people keep in touch with you?
Okay.
Give us the whole shebang.
All right. Facebook, it's Nikki Kris.
Right.
Nikki Kris.
Okay.
Instagram, it's at Nikki Kris. Nikki Kris.
You have music.
Yeah.
Yes.
YouTube, same thing. Pretty much everything, same thing.
Okay.
Twitter, everything.
Everything's
Nikki Kris.
Nikki-Kris.
Exactly.
Wow.
I should do the drums for you while you do that.
Nikki-Kris.
Obviously not a drummer.
No.
I'm not.
No, a musician you're not.
Not a drummer. I can play the guitar.
Hey, anybody needs to get in touch with this young lady, check her out. IMDb too. All her stuff's up there. Got a couple of great movies. Go see Coyote and go see the clown crazy movie called
Circus Road.
And wish you the best of luck on the new production that you're doing. How fun that is. But I want to see Coyote because anytime mafia and cartels, I mean, what a mixture for, that's going to be a wild, crazy movie, man. Yeah. I mean, I could see that happen.
A lot of stunts happen.
I like that. I absolutely love that. Nikki Kris, everybody, here on the JeSSE Show, every day of the week, Monday through Friday from 5 to 6. And, it's been nice having you in here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you letting me come in.
Well, that's no problem. It's you got to make me a promise, though.
To pay you for all the compliments.
No, you don't have to pay me for all the compliments.
Chicken and waffles?
Chicken and waffles.
Okay.
And we got to get Jerry down to have some chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
We all got to go out to Art's Deli again.
I love Art's Deli.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, we got to do that and kind of hang out there. Yeah. And I can get my split pea soup.
I didn't have the split pea soup, but it looked good.
It was.
Yeah.
Nikki Kris, love you. Thank you for checking in. The JeSSE Show. Now I got to figure out how to say goodbye here because Lee Baby Michaels left this up to me. So I think I got to go here and I can't see. Does that say close? That's that? What's wrong with?
Quite a difficult.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's
see. Where does that say? Close.
I'll just sit here and guess with you.
Yeah, you guess. So
doing great.
Am I doing? I'm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's the music. I knew I could start it somewhere. All these buttons drive me crazy. Absolutely. All right, look it. Have a good one. We'll check you out tomorrow here on the JeSSE Show. Go to our podcast right now. YouTube Live, JeSSE Terrero, Instagram Live at JeSSE Terrero. Also LinkedIn, Twitter. It's going to be there as well. And also on Facebook.com/JeSSE Terrero. So go check that out. And it's good to have you along with us here on the JeSSE Show. Have a good one. Take care. Bye. See ya. Okay, how do I do this? Okay, I guess I just turn it off that way and turn it off that way. And we just disappear and we turn it off there. Okay. And then we just kind of close it and it's all over.
Just unplug everything. That's what I would do.